right, Las Vegas is known as the ninth island to people in Hawaii. More and more native Hawaiians are calling the valley home.
Yeah, recent data from the U.S. Census Bureau shows that Hawaiians are leaving the Aloha State for Vegas due to the high cost of living there and better job opportunities here.
Yeah, so listen to this jaw dropper. The average price for a single family home in Honolulu is about $1 million.
Wow.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the average price here in the valley is less than half that. Over the last few years, more native Hawaiians and other Pacific Islanders are moving to Las Vegas more than any other region in the country.